New in the 101 Films Agfa range is the Agfa Horror Trailer Show. I was somewhat dubious about this one. Wasn't really too sure what to make of it. The idea certainly intrigued me. It had me curious about what I was going to see, but the actual watching of it, I wasn't sure how it would go. I found myself surprisingly engrossed within this wonderful idea. The conceit of an 80-minute movie that's just trailers of horror movies. And as it starts, we get trailers for concessions, which were really kind of fun, various adverts, and then we jump into the trailers. And as it starts, I was kind of drawn in because I love trailers. Back from the video days where you used to watch trailers before the movie started, it was always something I was used to. And as I watched these trailers, I saw some weird oddities I'd never heard of before. And it was really kind of curious. And it made me wonder, was I ever going to see these films? Had they been lost forever? Was this going to be 80 minutes of just teasing me where I saw all these movies and I thought, I want to see them. Will I ever get a chance? And then out of the blue comes Scalps, a movie that I own. And then after that, there was another one, Massage Parlour Murders, or Demon Wind, or Demonoid, various movies that have been released. Now, I don't know whether the movies themselves were actually good or not, but the trailers themselves were fascinating. Seeing how they tried to sell these horror movies, seeing how they tried to create something that was a little bit different with them was fantastic to watch. I loved a lot of what I saw here. It was interesting, it was different, it was out of the norm. Some of the trailers are for movies I'd seen before, some I had never heard of before. Every now and again we would get something just wonderful that made me sit up and go, I need to see that. Then there would be an intermission. There'd be little animated shorts like Bambi meets Godzilla, which was truly wonderful. Has to be seen to be believed, but it's a fantastic little short just at the start of this one. And I had a whale of a time watching this. It also comes with a whole other movie, which is the Agfa Horror Trailer Show Video Rage. Now, this one wasn't as compelling for me because it was all shot in video stuff, and that can be low quality, not the best, a little bit clunky at times, and I think you really need to have an acquired taste for that. I've slowly started to dip my toe into shot and video stuff, so I'm not completely sold on it as yet, but I hope to get there at some point. I do find it a little bit off-putting, some of the stuff, but you know, I'm trying to work around it. These two feature-length films were just great for giving you a little flavour, a little taste of various movies to come. It's the kind of thing that I can see me throwing on again in the background while I was doing some work on the computer. It's that kind of movie. Sometimes I'll just put it on and just zone out to it. It works remarkably well, which I just can't believe. You know, I haven't really used any clips in this review because it's a trailer show. It's kind of hard to put these things into context, but if you're a horror fan from the 70s to the 80s, you're going to find a lot of movies here that you recognise, some movies that you want to see in various different levels of transfers. Some are great, some are washed out, some are a little bit chopped and beat up, but it just creates a wonderful aesthetic. I had a great time with the Agfa Horror Trailer Show. Complete surprise to me. I wasn't sure what I was going to get with this. It turned out to be something I really enjoyed. Like I said, there's that alternate movie as well. There's a commentary by the Agfa team. There's a short, Say Goodbye to Your Brain, a found footage horror experiment, which is quite interesting as well. And it's scanned in 2K. It's a weird oddity. I can't recommend it for everybody, as long as you're not looking for a narrative. If you're a fan of horror movies, like I said, from the 70s to 80s, and you've dipped your toe into some of the Agfa stuff, I think you're going to like this. Weirdly compelling. I would love to know your thoughts if you've seen the Agfa Horror Trailer Show. Let me know in the comment box what you thought of it. I'm kind of curious to gauge the response for this one. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program, manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me, which would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time on Man v Film.